Over the past 15 years, MCM has supported the Marshfield community through its mission in connecting the community. As successful as MCM has been, there is a significant challenge facing MCM that will dramatically impact the Marshfield community. Just like almost all community media centers, over 90% of MCM's funding comes from Comcast and Verizon's cable licenses with the town of Marshfield. MCM receives a small percentage of that cable revenue. With technology changing and people changing the way that they consume media, many people have decided to abandon cable television for streaming platforms. 2021 to 2022 saw the greatest one-year decline in cable subscriptions in Massachusetts at 10%. Marshfield isn't immune to this, and over the next several years, we expect to see at least a 20% decrease in our funding due to the decline in cable subscribers in Marshfield. It means saying goodbye to members of the MCM staff, not making important upgrades that make MCM the state-of-the-art studio it is, and a significant reduction in support to valuable community institutions. But most importantly, what does this mean for you? It means saying goodbye to open and transparent government coverage, not being able to see important Marshfield school events like graduation and sports, as well as important community news and information shared by MCM. Please don't let this important community institution wither and die. Please contact us or visit our website to find out more about how you can support Marshfield Community Media.
Crossing the 50, 40, he's got two men to beat, no one's gonna catch!
Kick is up, and it is score! For three.
Got it! With the shot, it's in! Lights out, good night, goodbye, and that's it! Marshfield wins!
It's a great serve.
Another one! Drop! And the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl!
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is
Scored! It is scored!
You went to the Robert E. Keuther Gymnasium in Marshfield High School in Marshfield, Massachusetts, where we preview the Marshfield Rams, who host the Pembroke Titans. Alongside Tyler Pinheiro, I'm Andrew Youngworth. Tyler, third game of the season, and the Rams are set for a tough test here early in the season.
Yeah, Andrew, not going to be an easy one here tonight. The Rams facing an opponent that, coincidentally enough, has had the exact same schedule as them thus far, and it's 50% the same. Pembroke coming into the night had a win versus Hingham, which Friday night, if you guys were listening on me, we saw Marshfield suffered a tough loss to Hingham. But Pembroke also faced North Quincy and lost to them in a 10-point game.
And Tyler, the two had very different seasons last year. Pembroke finished 14-6. They were the 11th seed. Marshfield finished 10-10. They got bounced in the first round. And a lot of Pembroke's returning players were a part of last year's team. Marshfield, they lost a lot of seniors last year, so we need some underclassmen to step up for this year's Marshfield team, where Pembroke has had their team set for a couple of years now.
Yeah, and I think we have a lot of those underclassmen on this team right now. We've got, obviously, 4 juniors that I believe have been varsity players since they were freshmen, those being Josie Elwood, Stella Ewell, Maeve McDougall, and Audrey Sears. But we also have the mean machine up front, Carolina Ruda, which she looks like prime Shaq out there on the court. No one can really stop her.
And some of those names you just mentioned, Tyler, are in the starting lineup tonight. I'll read the projected starting lineup for you guys now. Molly Stevens, Josie Elwood, Stella Ewell, Maeve McDougall, and Carolina Ruda. All are either juniors or sophomores. No seniors in this year's starting lineup for the Rams. Tyler, what does that say about this Marshfield basketball team?
It shows that they're young, but they're skilled. They're fast. I mean, we've seen what this group of girls can do. They're very skilled players. They work really well together. But that's not saying that the seniors on this team can't help, because we see a lot of good bench minutes from players like Ali Rosa, Caroline Robbins, and especially Lauren McDaniel on the rebounding side of the floor. So the seniors, they still do play their part.
And rebounding, you just mentioned, is a really important factor in tonight's game, especially. Pembroke, their team has a total of 2 forwards. Those are Faye D'Angelo and Allie Goff. 2 forwards total for this Pembroke team. The rest are guards. And with Carolina Ruda starting center and you got some tall depth in the bench for Marshfield, rebounding is a key factor in tonight's game.
And I think if I'm Coach Tim Lopes right here, when you see a game plan like that and you see such a dominant big man, I feel like we're going to see a lot of double teaming of Aruda tonight. I feel like if she gets the ball down low, she's going to get swarmed pretty easily, and they're going to force her to kick it out for some threes on the perimeter to test this Marshfield team and see if their shots are consistent.
And if you're Coach Weisgerber of the Marshfield Rams, what is another key to winning tonight's game? We obviously talked about rebounding, and we both agree that is the most important one. What do we think is another important factor in getting the win tonight against the Titans team that they have not beaten since January 25th, 2022?
Yeah. I think the biggest key, Andrew, has to be just feed the beast. You got to give it to Aruda down low. Aruda's going to have a mismatch on pretty much every possession here tonight. No one's going to be nearly as tall as her. I think she's got to be your focal point. Maybe if she's not scoring, you got to maybe treat her like a Nikola Jokic type of player. Have the offense run through her. Get her the ball high post. Either have her drop her head, go to the rim, kick it out to a three. We have Elwood that can shoot. We've got McDougal that can shoot. We've got shooters all around.
Yes, sir. We've got some shooters. We've got some skilled players, but so does Pembroke. Pembroke has 2 seniors committed to continue playing basketball on in college. Sophie DeRocha, the senior guard, is playing at Nichols, and Alyssa Marcella is committed to play at Endicott. On the defensive side for Marshfield, how do they plan to stop those 2 superstars on the Titans?
I think you have to trust your man defense in this one. I don't think zone's going to work. We saw Weisgerber fall into a zone a couple times against Hingham on Friday night, so I don't really think that zone's going to be the play here, especially with these guards. They're committed to college for a reason. They can shoot. They can get to the rim. They can score from mid-range. They're both 3-level scorers, really talented players, so you can't let them get to their spot. You might have to throw out some double teams out there. You might have to play high-pressure defense, maybe dig into the bench a little bit in case you start using fouls, so you got to trust your entire line tonight.
And Tyler, it's time for the final part of this pregame show. Your score prediction, Tyler. 1-1 Pembroke versus 0-2 Marshfield. What do you got?
So my score tonight in this one, I think this will be a higher scoring battle. I'm going to say final score 57-42 in favor of the Titans.
I'm gonna stick with you that Pembroke wins this game. I'm gonna go with 51-39. I think Pembroke's gonna guard Marshfield very well on the defensive side, but I also think Marshfield is gonna hold their ground on the defensive side for their side as well. I think Pembroke is just too skilled for this Marshfield team to handle, but Marshfield will put up a good fight unlike recent years. But Pembroke comes away with the win here in my eyes. And we will send you guys to some advertisements from our sponsors, but don't go anywhere because Tyler and I are on the call for the game.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Biviano General Contracting, Road to Responsibility.
Hey guys, I'm Will.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Ben.
And we are the voices of the Marshfield Rams football team for the pregame and halftime show that you hear every week.
Welcome back to the Marshfield Rams MCM pregame show.
To the
halftime show. I am Jack Hughes. This is Will and Ben. And
with the season coming to an end, we just want to take a quick time out and say thank you to everyone who joined us every single week to broadcast the Marshfield Rams football games. That ball hits off to the 5-10 touchdown. Marshfield wants to go and block it. They did. No one's going to catch Cole Hannigan as he throws on the afterburners.
the opportunity to broadcast our hometown athletes is such a privilege. We are also honored to bring you guys into the action.
Unfortunately, we're actually at risk of losing this local sports coverage that brings our community together. Frankly, we're in desperate need of support.
You see, we're a nonprofit, and while you may see us on a variety of platforms, the main funding that Marshfield Community Media gets is from the cable payments of Marshfield residents.
As more and more people continue to cut cable in the town, this results in dwindling funds for MCM, which means less broadcasting and even worse, less football.
If you enjoy seeing our local athletes on screen, if you've been enjoying our halftime reports, or if you value hometown sports and community storytelling, please consider making a donation today. Your donations can help keep the lights on, the mics working, and the cameras rolling.
Your donations will go directly towards the essentials: equipment upgrades, production costs, and to pay the staff that's behind us every single week during the games.
Every contribution, big or small, helps keep the game going and the cameras rolling. So please, consider donating down below.
Over the past 15 years, MCM has supported the Marshfield community through its mission in connecting the community. As successful as MCM has been, there is a significant challenge facing MCM that will dramatically impact the Marshfield community. Just like almost all community media centers, over 90% of MCM's funding comes from Comcast and Verizon's cable licenses with the town of Marshfield. MCM receives a small percentage of that cable revenue. With technology changing and people changing the way that they consume media, many people have decided to abandon cable television for streaming platforms. 2021 to 2022 saw the greatest one-year decline in cable subscriptions in Massachusetts at 10%. Marshfield isn't immune to this, and over the next several years, we expect to see at least a 20% decrease in our funding due to the decline in cable subscribers in Marshfield. It means saying goodbye to members of the MCM staff, not making important upgrades that make MCM the state-of-the-art studio it is, and a significant reduction in support to valuable community institutions. But most importantly, what does this mean for you? It means saying goodbye to open and transparent government coverage, not being able to see important Marshfield school events like graduation and sports, as well as important community news and information shared by MCM. Please don't let this important community institution wither and die. Please contact us or visit our website to find out more about how you can support Marshfield Community Media. MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time. People in the community tell us all the time, Marshfield Community Media is a hidden gem. While we love hearing that we're a gem, we don't love hearing that we're hidden. So let's talk about what we can offer you and this wonderful community. One of the biggest things we offer is training. We can train you on various forms of media such as Camerawork, podcasting, editing, and so much more. The only thing we require is that you're a member of our studio, which for Marshfield residents is just $30 a year. And with that membership, you not only get access to training, but our entire arsenal of state-of-the-art equipment. We'll help you create the content you've been dreaming about. In addition to this, we also offer production services. Do you have a small business and want to film some promotions for your website or social media? we've got you covered. We've worked with businesses all over the South Shore to produce high-quality promotional material at an affordable rate. You probably already know this, but in case you don't, we provide high-quality coverage of important community events. This includes MHS varsity sports, municipal government meetings, important local news, and many other special community events and ceremonies. So if you'd like to know more about us, you can check out our website at marshfieldcommunitymedia.com or give us a call at 781-837-4384. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Will,
I'm Jack.
And I'm Ben.
and we are the voices of the Marshfield Rams football team for the pregame and halftime show that you hear every week.
Welcome back to the Marshfield Rams
MCM
pregame show.
To the halftime
Halftime show. I am Jack Hughes. This is Will and Ben. And
With the season coming to an end, we just want to take a quick time out and say thank you to everyone who joined us every single week to broadcast the Marshfield Rams football games. That ball hits off to the 5-10 touchdown. Marshfield wants to go and block it. They did. No one's going to catch Cole Hannigan as he throws on the afterburners.
The opportunity to broadcast our hometown athletes is such a privilege. We are also honored to bring you guys into the action.
Unfortunately, we're actually at risk of losing this local sports coverage that brings our community together. Frankly, we're in desperate need of support.
You see, we're a nonprofit, and while you may see us on a variety of platforms, the main funding that Marshfield Community Media gets is from the cable payments of Marshfield residents.
As more and more people continue to cut cable in the town, this results in dwindling funds for MCM, which means less broadcasting and even worse, less football.
If you enjoy seeing our local athletes on screen, if you've been enjoying our halftime reports, or if you value hometown sports and community storytelling, please consider making a donation today. Your donations can help keep the lights on, the mics working, and the cameras rolling.
Your donations will go directly towards the essentials: equipment upgrades, production costs, and to pay the staff that's behind us every single week during the games.
Every contribution, big or small, helps keep the game going and the cameras rolling. So please, consider donating down below.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Biviano General Contracting, Road to Responsibility, the past 15 years, MCM has supported the Marshfield community through its mission in connecting the community. As successful as MCM has been, there is a significant challenge facing MCM that will dramatically impact the Marshfield community. Just like almost all community media centers, over 90% of MCM's funding comes from Comcast and Verizon's cable licenses with the town of Marshfield. MCM receives a small percentage of that cable revenue. With technology changing and people changing the way that they consume media, many people have decided to abandon cable television for streaming platforms. 2021 to 2022 saw the greatest one-year decline in cable subscriptions in Massachusetts at 10%. Marshfield isn't immune to this, and over the next several years, we expect to see at least a 20% decrease in our funding due to the decline in cable subscribers in Marshfield. It means saying goodbye to members of the MCM staff, not making important upgrades that make MCM the state-of-the-art studio it is, and a significant reduction in support to valuable community institutions. But most importantly, what does this mean for you? It means saying goodbye to open and transparent government coverage, not being able to see important Marshfield school events like graduation and sports, as well as important community news and information shared by MCM. Please don't let this important community institution wither and die. Please contact us or visit our website to find out more about how you can support Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations. More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com. Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time. MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Over the past 15 years, MCM has supported the Marshfield community through its mission in connecting the community. As successful as MCM has been, there is a significant challenge facing MCM that will dramatically impact the Marshfield community. Just like almost all community media centers, over 90% of MCM's funding comes from Comcast and Verizon's cable licenses with the town of Marshfield. MCM receives a small percentage of that cable revenue. With technology changing and people changing the way that they consume media, many people have decided to abandon cable television for streaming platforms. 2021 to 2022 saw the greatest one-year decline in cable subscriptions in Massachusetts at 10%. Marshfield isn't immune to this, and over the next several years, we expect to see at least a 20% decrease in our funding due to the decline in cable subscribers in Marshfield. It means saying goodbye to members of the MCM staff, not making important upgrades that make MCM the state-of-the-art studio it is, and a significant reduction in support to valuable community institutions. But most importantly, what does this mean for you? It means saying goodbye to open and transparent government coverage, not being able to see important Marshfield school events like graduation and sports, as well as important community news and information shared by MCM. Please don't let this important community institution wither and die. Please contact us or visit our website to find out more about how you can support Marshfield Community Media.
Hey guys, I'm Will.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Ben.
And we are the voices of the Marshfield Rams football team for the pregame and halftime show that you hear every week.
Welcome back to the Marshfield Rams
MCM
pregame show.
To the
halftime show. I am Jack Hughes. This is Will and Ben. And
with the season coming to an end, we just want to take a quick time out and say thank you to everyone who joined us every single week to broadcast the Marshfield Rams football games. That ball hits off to the 5-10 touchdown. Marshfield wants to go and block it. They did. No one's going to catch Cole Hannigan as he throws on the afterburners.
The opportunity to broadcast our hometown athletes is such a privilege. We are also honored to bring you guys into the action.
Unfortunately, we're actually at risk of losing this local sports coverage that brings our community together. Frankly, we're in desperate need of support.
You see, we're a nonprofit, and while you may see us on a variety of platforms, the main funding that Marshfield Community Media gets is from the cable payments of Marshfield residents.
As more and more people continue to cut cable in the town, this results in dwindling funds for MCM, which means less broadcasting and even worse, less football.
If you enjoy seeing our local athletes on screen, if you've been enjoying our halftime reports, or if you value hometown sports and community storytelling, please consider making a donation today. Your donations can help keep the lights on, the mics working, and the cameras rolling.
your donations will go directly towards the essentials. Equipment upgrades, production costs, and to pay the staff that's behind us every single week during the games.
Every contribution, big or small, helps keep the game going and the cameras rolling. So please, consider donating down below.
We welcome you into the Robert E. Keuther Gymnasium in Marshfield, Massachusetts, where your Marshfield Rams are hosting the Pembroke Titans. Alongside Tyler Pinheiro, I'm Andrew Youngworth. Tyler, this is the Rams' third game of the season and definitely their toughest test so far.
Yeah, Andrew, we've seen the Rams suffer 2 losses so far into the season, but Pembroke is definitely going to be one of the harder opponents they play. They're a team that plays fast. They're a team that gets the ball up the court, shoot a lot of threes. As you can see, they only have 2 players on the roster that are not listed as guards. So Pembroke is a quick team. Marshfield is a team that has a lot of bigs, so we're going to have to see how Weisgerber and his girls can adjust to this one.
Both teams coming off of a loss. Pembroke coming off of a loss to North Quincy. Marshfield coming off of a dominating loss against the Hingham Harbor men. Both teams looking to get back on track. Marshfield looking for their first win of the year as they are 0-2. Pembroke is 1-1. Starters for Marshfield are Molly Stevens, Josie Elwood, Stella Ewell, Maeve McDougall, and Lauren McDaniel. Tyler, Lauren McDaniel making her first start of the season for the Rams today.
Yeah, interesting call here by Weisgerber. We thought Ruta would be in there.
And that's Sophie DeRocha, who's going to bring the ball up the court for Pembroke, the senior captain, who is committed to Nichols College to continue playing basketball. She gives that one up to Lucy Belasco, who's being guarded by Molly Stevens. She gives that to Alyssa Marcella, who goes up, misses the layup. That one rebounded by Maeve McDougall. Molly Stevens, the sophomore, bringing it up for the Rams. Had a phenomenal freshman season. Sophie DeRocha with the steal, playing tremendous defense. That's going to be a jump ball.
Yeah, tough defense right there from the Titans, Andrew. This is what I was saying a little bit earlier before tip-off, that Pembroke plays fast. They look to get steals. They look to get out and run. And there was an opportunity of Marshfield being able to just shut that one down.
Josie Elwood, the 3 is off left. Josie Elwood, one of the key players for this team, a junior guard. That's Marcella bringing it up the court. Goes up for the layup, and that one misses. Marcella 0 for 2 quickly in this game. Josie Elwood gives that to Maeve McDougall, who's going to drive to the hoop. Up with it. Rolls out. Unfortunate luck for the Rams there.
Just unfortunate right there. McDougall looked frustrated after that one, Andrew. That's definitely an opportunity she's going to want back after a Drake May level dime there from Elwood.
Drake May mentioned this early into the game. You'll have to see that. Couple missed layups. Score is still 0-0. McDaniel gives that to McDougall. McDougall drives to the hoop. Puts up a floater, and that one misses. Rebound goes to Marcella. Marcella brings it up the court. Cross-court pass to Ella Riley, who kicks it out to Sophie DeRocha. Phenomenal defense from Josie Elwood. DeRocha makes a move to the middle. Puts up a floater and gets blocked by Maeve McDougall. McDougall, outlet pass to Stella Ewell. That one gets stolen by Lucy Belasco. Belasco bringing it up the court. She drives to the middle, attacks the hoop, goes up with the layup, gets the foul.
Good take to the rim right there by Belasco, Andrew. But right now you can see McDougall. She's one of the key players on this Marshfield team, and she is just struggling right now on all aspects. We saw her come up with the block, but she's got 2 missed layups so far, turnover. Not something you'd like to see if you're Coach Weisgerber.
A lot of missed layups from all sides. McDougall missed 2 layups, and Marcella missed 2 layups already. First free throw from Belasco, misses, score stays 0-0.
This might be Pembroke's longest drought without a point.
Lucy Belasco, one of 2 underclassmen on the court. She is a sophomore. Number 24, Ella Riley, is a freshman. Both free throws miss. McDaniel gets the rebound. The score is still 0-0. Elwood, outlet pass to McDougall. Back to Elwood. Elwood at the top of the key. Gives it to Ewell. Back to Elwood. Puts up the mid-range. And that one misses. Good fight from Elwood. Misses the layup on the putback opportunity. Lucy Belasco makes a move and kicks it out to Marcella. Marcella gives it to D'Angelo down low. One of 2 forwards on the team. DeRocha gets blocked by Josie Elwood. And Josie travels shortly after the amazing defensive effort. Great defense there from both Josie Elwood and Sophie DeRocha on Pembroke. That has been a fun matchup to watch thus far.
Absolutely. It's like 2 alphas fighting each other, Andrew. Rocky versus Apollo type of battle right now, and I'm loving everything I'm seeing so far.
Alyssa Marcella, the inbound to Faye D'Angelo. That one back to Marcella, guarded by Stella Ewell. And the foul is called on Ewell.
Unfortunate right there. Looked like Ewell had her hands up right there, but the ref must have saw something else.
Physical matchup so far. Sophie DeRocha is going to have the ball down low. Gives that one to Marcella. The pass slips by her, though. Able to keep it alive. Marcella drives to the hoop, and another foul call. Marshfield, 3 quick fouls just 2 minutes into the game.
And that was just an opportunity that play shouldn't even have happened right there if you're Marshfield. The ball was loose. You should have had someone out there to go get that, and you should have been running the other way for a layup.
Now this is going to be Lucy Belasco on the inbound for the Titans. It's a design play for Marcella. Marcella puts up the shot, and it's in. Alyssa Marcella puts up the first points of the ball game for the Titans. Josie Elwood brings it up the court, makes a move to her left, steps back, brings it back to the middle, gives that to Maeve McDougal. McDougal has it at the top of the key, gives that one to Stella Ewell. Ewell to McDaniel. Back to Josie Elwood at the top of the key. She makes the move to the right, puts up the layup, and that one is off. Rebound by Pembroke. Now the freshman, Ella Riley, driving up the court. She goes up for the layup, and that one misses. Great defense there from Maeve McDougal. Now Josie Elwood bringing it up the court. Thinks about giving it up to Stella Ewell. Now she's at the top of the key. Gives that to Maeve McDougal, who gives it to McDaniel. Back to McDougal. Now McDaniel's got it. She's going to give that to Stella Ewell on the post. Puts up a move. The shot misses. Follows it up with her own rebound. Misses again. McDougal gets the rebound. She misses. A lot of offensive rebounds here for the Rams as Stella Ewell gets another one. McDougal has it at the top of the key. Back to Elwood. Back to McDougal. The shot blocked from Alyssa Marcella. A lot of chances there for the Rams, Tyler, but unable to convert any.
Yeah, it's just a good read there from Marcella. She goes in the paint, gets fouled.
Marcella gets fouled. She has the opportunity to extend the lead to 4. Marcella missed a lot of shots in the first couple minutes of this game.
Yeah, but there's a reason why she's committed to Endicott, Andrew. Plays like this, getting blocks on the defensive end and immediately turning it into free throws on the other end of the court.
Marshfield definitely has the height advantage in this game, and it has showed so far 4 offensive rebounds on that last possession, but still unable to convert. Marcella's first free throw falls. That extends the lead to 3.
Looks like Aruta's finally coming to the show.
We see a change in Marshfield. Carolina Aruta steps in. Michaela Lamb steps in. And the freshman, Riley Chesna, checks in for the Rams. So 2 freshmen are out on the court, 1 for the Rams, 1 for the Titans. And Carolina Aruta, the stud softball player, is on the court for Marshfield. Molly Stevens gives that to Aruta, who's going to bring it up the court. Pembroke bringing it in a press, and it bothers the Rams. The press works. Faye D'Angelo goes up and gets fouled. Tyler, the Pembroke press, Marshfield was caught off guard by that.
The press was nice, but what I liked even more is the extra effort right there by Belasco, diving on the floor for the loose ball and setting up her teammate to get some free throws now.
Raylan McCullen of Pembroke able to get the steal, and now Faye D'Angelo at the line. That one falls, makes it 5-0. Second free throw falls. Pembroke has hit 4 straight free throws. That makes it a 6-0 lead. Molly Stevens going to bring this ball up the court, trying to take on this Pembroke press. She finds Riley Chesna, who goes up for the layup, unable to convert. Marshfield missing a ton of good opportunities. She kicks it out to Lucy Belasco, who's going to bring it up the court. She kicks that out to Marcella, who puts up the shot, not able to fall. Chesna gets the rebound, kicks that out to Stevens. Stevens back to Chesna, who makes a move towards the hoop. Goes up for the layup, no foul call. Great defense there from Lexi Gresham. Now Raylan McCullen brings it up for the Titans, being guarded by Molly Stevens. Tight defense there from Stevens. That's Lexi Gresham with the ball. Great defense there from from Michaela Lamb.
Just like that there from Lamb. Obviously, her team doesn't have any points on the board yet. We're over halfway through this first quarter, so definitely want to get some points on the board, but that's good. It's a good way to set the tone right there, forcing the jump ball.
Now it's Marcella who's got it at the top of the key, being guarded by the freshman Riley Chesna. Now it's Raylan McCullen who's got it at the top of the key. She gives that up to Lucy Belasco, being guarded by Maeve McDougal. Now Lexi Gresham with it. She's being guarded by Michaela Lamb. She makes a move to the hoop, and Carolina Aruta swats that away.
There's Aruda again, Andrew. I mean, I was telling you earlier, just a big force in the middle.
Michaela Lamb cross-court pass to Maeve McDougal. Now Aruda's got it at the top of the key. She makes a move towards the hoop, puts up the layup, and that one gets blocked by Faye D'Angelo. Now Marcella has it, makes a move towards the hoop, loses the ball, maintains possession, gives that to Raylan McCullen, who has it at the top of the key, being guarded by Molly Stevens. Makes a move to her left, finds Lucy Velasco. Being guarded, she makes a move to the hoop, puts up a layup that misses the hoop, and Maeve McDougal gets the rebound. Now Michaela Lamb bringing it up the floor. She makes a move towards the basket, puts up a layup. That one blocked again by D'Angelo. D'Angelo, just a monster on the boards. Now Pembroke has a 2-on-1 opportunity. Lexi Gresham puts up the layup and gets denied by Caroline Aruda. Molly Stevens brings it up. The Rams have a 3-on-2 opportunity. That pass a little high to McDougal. McDougal has it in the corner, drops it, but it's going to stay Marshfield possession.
And Andrew, that's why Aruda is such a dominant force for this Marshfield team. Not only can she score on the offensive end, she makes such key defensive plays like that on the defensive end. She just stayed poised in that zone, didn't move her feet at all, wasn't phased by the 2-on-1, and stayed with it, got the block, and now has her team set up for a prime position for a bucket.
McDougal finally gets a break. Audrey Sears is checking into the game. Riley Chesney makes a move at top, gives it to Molly Stevens, goes up for the layup, just misses. Another missed layup for this Marshfield team. Raylan McCullen brings it up the court. She makes a move to the basket, puts up a floater off the rim. That one rebounded by Sears, and she gets the foul call.
Just unfortunate there. I mean, if you're Pembroke, you want to obviously pile on to the lead that you have right now. You know, just bringing it up to 8 would have been awesome. Just missing that one, unfortunately. And there's just been missed layups on both ends so far, Andrew. It's been a very sloppy game so far. We've only had 6 points scored in almost 6 minutes.
Lots of missed layups. Marshfield implementing a press break here as Josie Elwood checks back in for Molly Stevens, and there she is now with the ball. Gives that to Aruda in the middle. Aruda kicks it out to Michaela Lamb, who puts up the 3, and it's good! Michaela Lamb puts the Rams on the board and cuts the lead to 3. Now Sophie DeRocha bringing up the ball for the Titans. She is checked back into the game. She's being guarded by Audrey Sears. Audrey Sears with amazing defense. And Pembroke is going to call a timeout.
That was just tenacious defense right there from Sears, just making it very, very uncomfortable right there for DeRocha.
The 3 from Michaela Lamb puts the Rams on board, Tyler. A lot of missed opportunities so far from the Rams. They've missed countless floaters and layups in the paint.
Absolutely, Andrew. In the wise words of Tom Bailey, there's been a lot of dead bunnies on the court here tonight. If you don't know what a dead bunny is, that's a missed layup. Seen too many missed layups for comfort right now, from both sides, not just one side. But I think if you're Marshfield and you clean those up, you can very easily have yourself a 10-point lead really, really soon if they keep playing defense the way they have been. Because the only time Pembroke's really been scoring is if they get fouled and end up at the free throw line.
You brought out the time machine for that reference, and I couldn't agree with you more. Both teams missing a lot of opportunities. Alyssa Marcella early in this game was missing a lot of layups and floaters, but the tenacious defense from Molly Stevens and Josie Elwood on these star players like Alyssa Marcella and Sophie DeRocha has been amazing to see for this Marshfield team so far.
Absolutely, Andrew. I couldn't agree with you more. The defense wins championships, and we know if you play Marshfield basketball, you know a thing or two about playing defense. Coach Weisgerber, coached with Coach Fisher, very, very long time, and we all know what it's like to do a defensive toughness drill at 8 o'clock at night. It's not the most fun thing in the entire world, but it makes you a better defender.
6 minutes in, the score is 6-3 in favor of the Titans, who also have the ball. On the inbound is Lexi Grisham. The ball goes to Alyssa Marcella, who's got it at the top of the key. Back to Gresham. The Rams implemented a 2-3 zone during that timeout. We'll see if that pays off. Raylan McCullen gives that one off to Charlotte Odette. Odette being guarded tightly by Sears. Marcella with it, being guarded by Lamb. Now to McCullen. Now to Ella Riley, the freshman. Back to McCullen, who makes a move towards the hoop, and Carolina Ruda with the steal. Now Josie Elwood's got it, bringing it up the floor. Gives that to Sears. Sears with it at the top of the key. She gives that back to Josie Elwood. Great pass. Elwood, the floater, unable to fall. Chesna gets the rebound. Unable to follow through. Now we got a jump ball.
Looked like Elwood tried to call the timeout there on that one, Andrew, but her team's still able to end up with the ball regardless. So nonetheless, good effort from Elwood.
Great hustle from Elwood and able to save the timeout and still able to maintain the ball. Audrey Sears on the inbound here for the Rams.
Looking like, yep, there it is.
Gives it to Carolina Ruda in the post. Makes a move, puts it up, unable to fall. The rebound by Charlotte Odette. Kicks out to DeRocha. Great defense there from Audrey Sears.
You know, I didn't know that the scorers table could handle that much power. I totally thought the Rams logo was about to shatter all over the court right there. We were going to be in a delay.
I didn't know the scorers table made that kind of noise, Tyler. Sophie DeRocha is going to bring the ball up for the Titans, being guarded by Audrey Sears. Now it's Belasco with the ball. Tight defense from Josie Elwood. Belasco makes a move towards the hoop, puts up the shot, and it falls. Great move there from Belasco.
Interesting play right there. Pembroke came out in a 1-4 high set right there, and it looked like they just wanted Belasco to take the ISO.
Audrey Sears being guarded tightly by Alyssa Marcella. She gives that one off to Stella Ewell, who gets fouled by Lucy Belasco. Pembroke's second foul of the game compared to Marshfield's 5.
One thing we know about Pembroke is they really love the high-pressure defense as well, getting up in people's faces. So interested to see what Weisgerber can draw up right here for Marshfield to get a quick bucket before the end of the quarter.
And you know Weisgerber's got a couple plays up his sleeve. Elwood's got the ball up top. She gives that to Aruda, who makes a move to the hoop, puts up the shot, gets fouled. The shot does not fall. She'll be shooting 2 at the line.
There you go. That's Aruda just getting to her spot. She loves going left, using that left hand really well. Couldn't bank that one home, but solid free throw shooter, so let's see what she can do with the line.
Aruda, only a sophomore, is a superstar softball pitcher for Marshfield softball. The multi-sport athlete hits the first free throw, cuts the lead to just 4. Ella Riley checking back in for the Titans. The freshman getting a lot of playing time here in the first quarter. Second shot up is good for Aruda. She nails both. Score is 8-5 Titans. Sophie DeRocha brings it up the court for Pembroke. Screen set, and she cuts to the rack, and she gets swatted by Aruda, but she gets her own rebound. Now Lexi Gresham makes a move towards the hoop. She puts up a floater, and that falls. Great move there from Gresham to bring the Pembroke lead to 5. Aruda's going to bring it up the court here for Marshfield. She's just backing down Marcella. She kicks it out to Josie Elwood, who puts up a 3, and it falls. Josie Elwood cuts the lead to just 2. 3 seconds left. Marcella puts up a 3. No good. 1 quarter down, and the score is 10-3 Pembroke. We've got a tight game here, but don't go anywhere. We're going to send it to a couple words from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions, Biviano General Contracting, Road to Responsibility.
Welcome back to the Robert E. Keuther Gymnasium. I'm Andrew Youngworth alongside Tyler Pinheiro. The score is 10-8 Pembroke through 1.
Andrew, it was getting real tiresome in that first quarter, but then both teams really picked up the slack there towards the end of the period.
DeRocha is going to bring the ball up to start the second quarter for the Titans. Marshfield in a zone to start the quarter. That's Belasco. She gives that to the freshman Riley, who gives that to DeRocha. And that pass deflected by Elwood. Now McDougal brings it up the court for the Rams. She gives that to Ewell. Now Elwood has it at the top of the key. Makes a move to the left. Now it cuts back to her right. Gives it to Aruda, who makes a move in the paint. Goes up with the layup. Unable to fall. The rebound there from McCullen, who brings it up the court. Fast break for Pembroke. She gives a pass to DeRocha. Great defense there from Stella Ewell. But now Lucy Belasco with the layup. Great move there from her. Now Molly Stevens is going to bring it up the court for Marshfield. Back to Carolina Aruda. Aruda's got it up top. Picks up her dribble, and that's going to be a double dribble. Great defense there from Alyssa Marcella.
It's unfortunate play there for Aruda, and you can see she's visibly frustrated about that one. But that's not really a situation you want to be in. You want Aruda to be down on the block. She's not really a ball-handling type of center.
Simple mental mistakes there from the Rams. They're set back in the zone. DeRocha gives that one to Belasco, who gives it to Riley. Back to Belasco. Ferocious defense there from Elwood. Now McCullen's got the ball. She gives it to Riley. McCullen's got it. They're looking for Marcella on the block. Belasco puts up a shot, and it falls. Lucy Belasco with 4 quick points to extend the lead to 14-8.
Belasco only a sophomore, but she's definitely making herself known in this game and saying she should have been the game plan.
Aruda gives the ball to Josie Elwood. Great defense there from Melissa Marcella, who gets the steal. Marcella makes a move towards the hoop, puts up the layup, gets the foul. Shot does not fall. She'll be shooting 2 at the line.
Looked like a Rick Barry type of layup right there. She kind of just threw that one up with both hands and prayed that one banked in.
Looked like a granny shot type of layup, but regardless, she has the chance to double Pembroke's lead. Marcella's first shot is no good. Lead stays 14-8. Marcella has struggled tonight at the line.
Yeah, can't blame us for announcer jinx, though.
Second shot is good. That makes the lead 15-8. Pembroke, the press is just getting to the Rams. Aruda gives it back to Elwood, who's being guarded by McCullen. McCullen with just fierce defense. Elwood gives it to Aruda down low, who makes a move towards the basket, puts up the layup, gets the foul. Aruda is shooting 2 more at the line.
Yeah, it looked like we were playing bowling under the basket right there. It looked like a couple of bodies hit the ground right there, aside from Aruda, who was the actual one that got fouled.
This is definitely a physical game. All players on that court are fighting.
Absolutely, and you wonder if Wise is going to try and use any other options on his bench right now.
That first shot falls for Aruda. I agree, Tyler. They have not gone too deep into the bench. I believe 8 players have checked in for the Rams in total. Aruda's second shot goes in. She's still perfect from the line tonight. 15-10 Pembroke. Belasco's got it underneath. She gives that to the freshman, Ella Riley. Now she gives that to McCullen. McCullen makes a move towards the basket, puts up the floater. No good, and Aruda with the rebound. She gives that to Molly Stevens, who's going to bring it up the court. Stevens being guarded by McCullen. Makes a move to her left, gives it to McDougal. McDougal has it at the top of the key. Now Elwa's got it. DeRocha tries to force a jump ball, and she forces the turnover. McCullen with the steal. Driving up the court, gives it to DeRocha, who puts up the 3. No good. McDougal gets the rebound. Marshfield looking to push it up the court. McDougal's got it in the middle. Gives that to Stella Ewell down low, who gets fouled. Marshfield getting right back to the line.
Did not look like Stella Ewell was going up to shoot that one, but that's something right there. You just say, hey, I'll take the free throws. You know what I mean?
Sure, we'll take that and knock on wood, Tyler. But Marshfield has shot pretty good from the line so far. Stella Ewell looking to cut the lead to just 3. And the shot falls. Tyler, that free throw routine might be longer than Giannis's.
Yeah, I was going to say, those dribbles definitely look staged right there for Ewell. Definitely seems like she does some sort of pattern.
Well, Marshfield's going to take a timeout. Tyler, this has been a physical second quarter thus far. The first minute and a half was Pembroke, and recently it's been all Marshfield.
Absolutely. I feel like we've seen just a lot cleaner play from both of these teams so far in the second quarter. Andrew, way less turnovers, a lot less missed layups. Marshfield's zone has been really interesting to me so far because we saw them use it a little bit at the end of the fourth quarter. But we saw, obviously, that mishap where it led to a wide-open layup on the miscommunication. But they've done a good job of picking that back up. Rotations have been good. So I feel like if you're Marshfield, you just got to find a way to click on the offensive end because the defensive end is definitely clicking right now. You're doing a great job of limiting players like Marcella and D'Angelo. And if you can just continue to just put your greatness on defense onto the offensive end, Marshfield could really quickly start to run away with this game.
I agree completely. On the defensive side, I think we're going to keep seeing the switch from man to zone, depending on who is on the court at the given time. The offense needs to click, but they're starting to hit more shots. They're hitting their free throw shots specifically, which is really important. That's something the Syracuse Orange men's team cannot do. Free throws are really important, especially in a game like this against a very good team like the Pembroke Titans. The score is very close right now. If they don't hit their free throws, they could be down by 10 right now.
I would not have guessed that the Orange Men were going to catch a stray here on MCM, but, you know, nobody's safe here on Marshfield Community Media.
No one is safe on Marshfield Community Media. Stella Yule set to shoot her second free throw. Misses the second one. Pembroke's lead is up 4. Marcella gets the rebound. She kicks it out to DeRocha, who's going to bring it up the court. She's rushing it up the court. Finds Gresham down low, who kicks it back out to McCullen, who puts up the 3, and it goes. Raylan McCullen nails the 3 for Pembroke, as now they are up 7. Aruda gives out to Molly Stevens. Stevens brings it up the court, finds Stella Ewell. Ewell puts up the shot, gets fouled, and Ewell is right back at the line.
Ewell just looks like she's living for the contact right now. Didn't even think twice about it. Just ran right at Grisham right there and was easily able to draw a foul.
Marshfield playing super aggressive basketball right now on both sides of the court. Ewell is shooting another set of free throws. Here's the Giannis routine. The first shot misses.
I think she goes 2 dribbles, 1 dribble, 2 dribbles. I think that's the routine.
I think it's 3.
Oh, there's 3. 1.
3, 1, and then 2.
Maybe it's
second free throw bounces in.
Maybe it's Morse code for something. Who knows?
She might know something we don't. McCullen is going to bring it up the floor for the Titans, being guarded tightly by Ali Rosa, the senior captain from Marshfield, seeing her first minutes of the day. And she draws a foul pretty quickly.
McMullen put a lot of sauce on that one. Looked like she was just playing with her Xbox controller stick a little too much right there, just trying dribble moves up. But Rosa just seemed unfazed by it.
Great defense from Rosa, but ultimately causes a foul. And now McCullen's got it on the sideline. Gives that to Marcella, being guarded by Stella Ewell. Tight defense there from Ewell. Marcella tries to make a move, unable to. Gives that to McCullen. McCullen's got it at the top of the key. She's calling for a play. DeRocha's got it on the wing. Guarded tightly by Stevens. Makes a move to the corner, cuts back to the wing. Now Marcella's got it at the top of the key. She gives that one to Lexi Grisham. Grisham makes a move and gets swatted by Aruda. And they call the travel. Great defense there from Marshfield.
Absolutely, and Andrew, that was that same 1-4 high set that we saw from Pembroke earlier. Play worked really well earlier when they ran it to Belasco. So I'm curious as to what the switch-up was right there. They don't even have Belasco in the game.
Not sure about that. Stevens has the ball for the Rams, picks up her dribble, finds Aruda. Aruda gives it to McDougal at the top of the key. McDougal makes a move to her left, gives it to Stevens, who gives it to Ewell. Ewell, cross-court pass to Rosa, who makes a move to the hoop, puts up the shot, does not fall. The rebound from Gresham. Now DeRocha is going to bring it up the floor for the Titans. Makes a move towards the basket, kicks it out to Gresham, who gives it to Riley, down low, back out to DeRocha in the corner, drives back inside, back out to Riley for 3, and that one unable to fall. Aruda gets the rebound. No, she doesn't. Lexi Gresham, an amazing effort to get the rebound over Aruda. Now Marcella makes a move and kicks it out to DeRocha, who puts up the mid-range. That one's no good. Aruda unable to get another rebound. That one was from Ella Riley, the freshman, who draws the foul, and now she's shooting 2 at the line.
I feel like it was only a matter of time before a foul got drawn on Aruda. She's doing such a great job. You can just see her presence in the paint is intimidating enough for some of these players. And Andrew, if I had a nickel for the amount of tall lefty shot blockers Marshfield had, I've only had 2 nickels, but it's really weird that Marshfield has 2 because we have obviously Aruda here in this game, and we have Cam Ryan, who's playing over in Pembroke right now on the boys team.
It is interesting that you say that. Now Aruda checks out, and Lauren McDaniel checks back in. How about Ella Riley getting that rebound over Carolina Aruda, though? The freshman on the sophomore.
Not an easy feat right there. You got to give her a lot of credit.
Riley's second shot is no good. She misses both. The lead stays at 6. But the offensive rebound there from Faye D'Angelo, and Pembroke is right back at the line.
Yeah, that's one thing Marshfield that they kind of struggle with is rebounding. We've seen certain players be really good on the glass, like McDaniel, who we just saw checked in, but every player has to box out. It can't just be one, or else it leads to second chance opportunities like that, and Pembroke creating extra possessions for themselves.
And Coach Weisberger talking to Stella Ewell about that one. First shot misses there for the Titans.
A lot of missed free throws in a row right now. I'm surprised we don't get any like special offer for missed free throws.
D'Angelo makes that one, Tyler. The commentator's jinx strikes yet again. Score 19-12, Pembroke. Tight defense there from the Titans. Stevens able to get the ball. She brings up the court, gives that to Rosa. Rosa, the lob pass to McDougal in the corner, makes a move towards the basket, finds McDaniel, but the pass slips through her hands. Now Pembroke driving up the court. Lucy Belasco in the corner, but not before she gets out of bounds.
Belasco tried to do her best Julio Jones right there with the toe tap. Just unfortunate that the ball had already bounced out of bounds.
Julio Jones, man, what a name. Now the freshman Riley Chesna checking back in for Marshfield. And it's Chesna who's got it on the inbound. Stevens is going to be bringing up the court. She's guarded tightly by DeRocha. The pass to Chesna, and she stepped out of bounds. Tight defense there from Marcella, and now Pembroke's got the ball. A lot of turnovers here, Tyler.
That's experience on inexperience right there. Marcella in her 4th year on this varsity team. Chesna in her 1st year was only a freshman. So that's just a smarter play right there by a more experienced player.
Absolutely. The senior captain, Marcella, shows her veteran experience right there. Right now, no one able to receive the ball. Then there's DeRocha. She pops out. DeRocha being guarded by Stevens. Gives that to D'Angelo. Looked like a set play that did not go right. And there is a double dribble. That's going to be Marshfield ball.
Got a lot of respect for Belasco right there for not complaining to the ref. She just admitted her wrongdoing and then just, carried on with her day.
Set play, unable to go Pembroke's way. Now Audrey Sears is checked back into the game. She's got it on the inbound. Gives that to Chesna. The freshman is bringing it up the court. Back to Sears. Sears being guarded tightly by Belasco. Sears has it at the top of the key. Now she gives that to Chesna. Chesna being guarded tightly. She gives that to McDaniel. Back to Chesna. McDaniel sets a screen. Chesna makes a move to her left. Hands it off to Sears, who gives it to Michaela Lamb, who puts up a 3. That one unable to fall. And that one's going to fall out of bounds. Michaela Lamb not scared to shoot the 3.
Absolutely not. I believe Wise trusts her more with a 3-point shot than anybody on this roster right here, and rightfully so. We've seen her hit a lot of big shots in her young career.
We have for sure. That one unable to fall. DeRocha brings it up for Marshfield. The screen from D'Angelo. Now the lob pass to D'Angelo in the paint. Gets the foul call. Another foul line trip visit for the Titans.
That's probably been Marshfield's biggest flaw so far of this game. Back-to-back quarters now, Pembroke's hit the foul limit. So even if it's just a comment on the floor foul, Pembroke's going to the free throw line.
Let's see if Pembroke is able to convert some free throws. Faye D'Angelo at the line. She hits the first one. That extends the lead to 8. Tyler, what do you think of D'Angelo's shoes? You can see them all the way from here. I think those are Aunt Pearls. I think those are KD's.
I mean, you know me. I love my vibrant colored shoes. I think it was my sophomore year, I wore the Taco J Tatum 36s. They were very bright in yellow. So I'm always a fan of the bright colored shoe.
Those are great shoes. We've got a possible jump ball here, but Michaela Lamb comes away with it, and now it is going to be a jump ball call. So tough battle on the floor after that missed free throw, but it is going to be Marshall ball.
I've seen a lot of jump balls here today, so I'm loving the aggression from both sides.
Very fierce battle between these two teams so far. Now Josie Elwood is checked back into the game. She's going to bring it up the floor. She stops her dribble, gives it to Chesna, who gives it to Sears. Now Lamb's got it in the corner, picks up her dribble, finds McDaniel on the post. Now Chesna's got it up top. Lamb has it at the top of the key, finds McDaniel, bobbles it a bit. Now Sears has it in the corner. Back to McDaniel, who makes a move towards the hoop. Kicks it back out to Michaela Lamb. Now Chesna's got it at the top of the key. Shot clock winding down. Chesna makes a move at the hoop, misses the layup. That one rebounded by D'Angelo as now Pembroke brings it up the floor. DeRocha makes a move to the basket. Tries to find Marcella, but Sears is there with the tip. It's going to be Pembroke ball still.
Just kind of hesitated right there, Pembroke on that drive. Had a really easy chance at maybe a floater right there and just tried to get the easier layup inside. So luckily they got the ball back.
And Sears has not made it easy for them, who just forced that turnover right there from Lucy Belasco. Unfortunately, Marshall not able to pick it up inbounds, but Tyler, Audrey Sears' defense today has just been outstanding.
Absolutely great. But one thing I want to point out there is Elwood and Lamb, all they could do was laugh about it because Elwood tried to tell Lamb to grab the ball because she was out of bounds. But Lamb just couldn't understand it.
Marshall able to get the turnover regardless. Chesna brings it up the floor for the Rams. Kicks that out to Lamb, thinks about shooting it, but instead gives it to Aruda. Aruda back to Lamb. at the top of the key, makes a move. Now back to Aruda in the paint. Aruda makes a move towards the hoop, puts up the layup, and it falls. Caroline Aruda hits the layup, and now Marshfield's down by 6.
She must be working with Akeem Olajuwon. See that footwork?
Dream shake right there. DeRocha's got it at the top of the key. Screen set by D'Angelo. DeRocha puts up the mid-range. Little far, and Sears with the rebound. Tight defense from DeRocha following the missed shot, though. Sears up the court, gives it to Chesna. Chesna being guarded tight by Riley. A freshman-on-freshman matchup. And Riley wins that one. Marcella bringing it up the court for Pembroke. She's going to take it all the way. She's going to go coast to coast. No foul call, but it is going to stay Pembroke ball down low.
Marcella not too throwed up that one, and she looking like she wants another chance at the free throw line.
Marcella not happy with that call at all. Gresham and McCullen are checking back in for Ella Riley and Alyssa Marcella. Marcella not happy about that one at all as she checks out of the game. DeRocha's going to take this one down low. 57 seconds left in the first half. Pembroke with a 6-point lead. It's been a neck-and-neck game all day. That pass goes to D'Angelo in the corner. Now McCullen's got it up top. It's a set shot. That shot unable to fall. Michaela Lamb gets the defensive rebound for Marshfield. Elwood gives that to Sears. Sears is going to bring it up the court. Gives it to Aruda, who's got it up top. Finds Elwood, who drives to the hoop, now kicks it back out to Chesna. Miscommunication there between Chesna and Lamb, and Pembroke is going to get another opportunity before the half ends.
Very unfortunate right there. Just another mental error right there from Chesna.
Marshfield has 0.8 seconds above the shot clock, so I believe Pembroke is going to hold the ball for the remainder of the second quarter. DeRocha is going to bring it up, and I think they're going to take their time here. DeRocha's got it. She kicks that one out to McCullen. McCullen has it in the corner, makes a move towards the hoop. Great defense there from Josie Elwood. She gets the steal, and now Marshfield's on the attack. Elwood brings it back out. Finds Carolina Aruda, who's got it at the top of the key. Makes a move towards the hoop. Puts up the layup and gets the foul call. Aruda is going back to the free throw line.
Not much you can do there, Andrew. Like we were saying, she's like a Shaquille O'Neal in this league. There's no stopping her when she puts her head down and goes to the basket. The best thing you can do is foul her.
12 seconds left in the quarter. Hitting these free throws would be huge to cut the lead. First one, no good there for Aruda. Estella Ewell checks in for Chesna.
And the announcer's jinx stays undefeated.
Never fails, never fails. I apologize to folks at home. Second shot from Aruda falls. 20-15 is the score with 12 seconds left to play. Pembroke's got to go, hurry up a bit. DeRocha brings it up the court. Guarded tightly by Josie Elwood. DeRocha makes a move towards the hoop, puts up the shot, does not go. The follow-up from Odette misses the shot, and the clock is going to wind down. We've got a travel call, however, before the clock hits 0.
I'm surprised when Marshfield secured the rebound. I'm very surprised Weisgerber didn't call a timeout.
And the refs are going to call it. That is halftime. 20-15 is your score at the end of the first half. A tight battle here between the Rams and the Titans. A lot tighter than what we thought it was going to be, Tyler.
Absolutely, but this is something you really like to see from Marshfield. Had 2 really bad losses to start out the year, and now looking like they're trying to put that losing streak to an end. So that was an unbelievable first half for Marshfield. Even though it was pretty low scoring, still really good tone-setting half. If they can come out here, get a couple of good buckets, they could make this game really interesting really fast.
We thought the scoreboard was going to be a lot higher at this point in the game, but both teams are playing amazing defense. What's been the key for each team?
I mean, Marshfield, they're doing a really good job of switching up defenses and being able to stay consistent no matter what they're doing. We've seen some man, we've seen some zone, and we've gotten similar results. The only thing with Marshfield is they've been fouling a lot, and that's where Pembroke's getting a lot of their points from. From the actual points battle, if you get rid of free throws, Marshfield's probably winning this game by double digits, if you ask me.
I agree with you there. Marshfield's got to limit the fouls. Don't go anywhere because me, Tyler, and Ben are going to be on the halftime show. Let's hear a quick word from our sponsors.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Biviano General Contracting. Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Crossing a 50, 40. He's got two men to beat. No one's going to catch.
Is up, and it is score!
For three. Got it!
With the shot. Lights out. Good night. Goodbye.
And that's it! Marshfield wins!
It's a great serve.
Another one. Drop. And the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is
Scored. It is scored.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to Responsibility.
Over the past 15 years, MCM has supported the Marshfield community through its mission in connecting the community. As successful as MCM has been, there is a significant challenge facing MCM that will dramatically impact the Marshfield community. Just like almost all community media centers, over 90% of MCM's funding comes from Comcast and Verizon's cable licenses with the town of Marshfield. MCM receives a small percentage of that cable revenue. With technology changing and people changing the way that they consume media, many people have decided to abandon cable television for streaming platforms. 2021 to 2022 saw the greatest one-year decline in cable subscriptions in Massachusetts at 10%. Marshfield isn't immune to this, and over the next several years, we expect to see at least a 20% decrease in our funding due to the decline in cable subscribers in Marshfield. It means saying goodbye to members of the MCM staff, about making important upgrades that make MCM the state-of-the-art studio it is, and a significant reduction in support to valuable community institutions. But most importantly, what does this mean for you? It means saying goodbye to open and transparent government coverage, not be
Hello and welcome back to the Robert E. Keuther Gymnasium. Alongside our analysts Ben Wilson and Tyler Pinheiro, I'm Andrew Youngworth. Guys, it's been a pretty close first half. What have you guys seen so far that you've liked from this Marshfield team?
Well, I want to certainly mention the Marshfield defense. They've certainly shown intensity when it comes to covering the Titans, but I think they're a little bit on the struggle bus when it comes to offense. We've seen a little bit of struggle getting points on the board, so I think going into the second half, the Rams need to focus on offense a little bit more than defense.
And on the defensive side, what do you think has been clicking for the Rams between the zone and the men? Because they've been guarding their Pembroke superstars, Marcel and DeRocha, very well.
Yeah, I think they're guarding their players really well. I mean, you got to mention Josie Elders, though. She's made a couple deflections so far. I think the defense, as I mentioned before, is absolutely killing things. Where we struggle, I think, is the offense. So I'm ready to see what the Rams have. I'm ready to see what Coach Weisberg is drawing up on the whiteboard in the locker room. I'm ready for the second half, Andrew.
On offense, Pembroke has definitely had Marshfield's number in terms of Pembroke's defense on Marshfield's offense. A lot of kicking out, a lot of driving and kicking. Marshfield unable to put up a lot of solid, good-looking layups, and they're missing most of them. What does Marshfield have to change on the offensive side?
I feel like the biggest thing Marshfield has to do on the offensive side, I think we saw it best, is they have to run the offense through Carolina Ruta. She's very clearly the most dominant player and easily the best for this matchup when Pembroke is just full of guards and shorter players. So I think if you can run the offense through Ruta, maybe start her at the high post, and if she doesn't see anyone open, just drop her shoulder and go left. That usually results in a foul or it results in 2 points. So I think running the offense through her is going to be key, but I think you got to get some of your shooters open, maybe run some elevator screen plays. Just you got a lot of off-ball movement, try to get McDougal open, try to get Lamb open, maybe try to get Elwood open for some threes.
And you mentioned threes, Tyler. Marshfield did not shoot many threes in the first half. I believe only Elwood and Lamb attempted threes. Lamb hit one of them. Elwood, I believe, missed both. Do you think Marshfield should shoot more threes than they were in the first half?
While Elwood and Lamb were both able to hit him, but they were wide open. So I think if they can continue to get wide open looks, I think then yes. But I feel like if they're shooting contested, maybe shy away and try to get inside.
Definitely been a defensive battle thus far, as you've both mentioned. But a really lopsided number on the score sheet is the foul numbers. Marshfield has almost triple the amount of fouls that Pembroke has. What has to change in the second half so that Marshfield plays fierce defense, still holding up Pembroke's points, but not fouling them? Because Faye D'Angelo has almost all of Pembroke's points from the foul line.
Yeah, I know we mentioned to keep up the intensity in the second half, but sometimes intensity can be too much for basketball. I mean, right now, as you mentioned, Marshfield having almost triple the amount of fouls that Pembroke does. I think maybe just a little bit of cooling down on the defense. Of course, keeping guard, but also making sure to cool down a little bit. Same with offense. I know that they're down by a little bit, but I think they need to cool it down a little bit, Andrew.
And that is all the time we have for our halftime show. Alongside Tyler Pinheiro and Ben Wilson, I'm Andrew Youngworth. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming up.
Over the past 15 years, MCM has supported the Marshfield community through its mission in connecting the community. As successful as MCM has been, there is a significant challenge facing MCM that will dramatically impact the Marshfield community. Just like almost all community media centers, over 90% of MCM's funding comes from Comcast and Verizon's cable licenses with the town of Marshfield. MCM receives a small percentage of that cable revenue. With technology changing and people changing the way that they consume media, many people have decided to abandon cable television for streaming platforms. 2021 to 2022 saw the greatest one-year decline in cable subscriptions in Massachusetts at 10%. Marshfield isn't immune to this, and over the next several years, we expect to see at least a 20% decrease in our funding due to the decline in cable subscribers in Marshfield. It means saying goodbye to members of the MCM staff, not making important upgrades that make MCM the state-of-the-art studio it is, and a significant reduction in support to valuable community institutions. But most importantly, what does this mean for you? It means saying goodbye to open and transparent government coverage, not being able to see important Marshfield school events like graduation and sports, as well as important community news and information shared by MCM. Please don't let this important community institution wither and die. Please contact us or visit our website to find out more about how you can support Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting,
Road to Responsibility.
the quarter.
I like it because that was, shots they need to keep taking. Yule's a player that can make them, so it's not a bad shot.
Good shot selection there. Marcella's got it on the wing. She gives that one to Belasco. Now D'Angelo's got it down low. Cross-court pass to DeRocha, who finds Riley, who's going to make a move towards the hoop, puts up the floater, and no good. McDougal gets the rebound. She pushes it up the court, finds Elwood. Elwood has it at the top of the key. She slows things down for the Rams. Finds Aruda down low, who kicks it back out to McDougal, who puts up the three. That one no good. 2 3-point shot attempts already from Marshfield in the third quarter.
Looks like Wise must have been tuned into our halftime show.
Marcella puts up the shot. That one does not fall. Now Stevens bringing it up the floor for the Rams. She has it at the top of the key, being guarded tightly by Lucy Belasco. Stevens strands up the top of the key. No one moving for her. She gets Aruda. Aruda sets the screen. Excuse me. Aruda's got it at the top of the key. Finds Stevens. Stevens makes a move towards the hoop. Puts up the shot. Won't go. DeRocha hurrying things up for the Titans. She's going to go cross court. Puts up the layup. Won't go. But the offensive rebound there from Ella Riley, who kicks it out to Marcella. Puts up the three. It's good. Alyssa Marcella nails the three. And the Pembroke lead is now 10.
Just veteran presence right there from Marcella. Not only did she make the three, immediately after that three went in, she pointed right down to the pan at her teammate, thanking her for the assist. That's just a great teammate right there, and an even better shot from Marcella.
2 minutes into the second half, and all of the momentum has gone right back to Pembroke, Tyler. What does Marshall need to change here?
Everything. I mean, the threes, we said they should probably shoot some more. Not a single one has gone in yet. I feel like you just need to try and go get layups. Maybe run some more of your plays that you work on in practice. Get some screens, get some off-ball movement, try and get open backdoor cuts, open lanes to the basket, because the ISOing and screening isn't working right now.
Marshfield has had a tough time getting to the rack all night, and on the defensive side, that 2-3 zone has led to a couple of quick baskets from Pembroke, but the offensive rebounding of the Titans has just been too much for Marshfield to handle. Pembroke has been dominating the boards.
And it looks like the lack of size for Pembroke doesn't really affect them as much because Marshfield has a lot of bigs, but Marshfield is still struggling on the offensive glass, and Pembroke just looking like once a week inside of practice, they're just in the gym working on their verticals.
Pembroke been playing fierce all game. Marshfield has as well, but Pembroke has just been dominant on the boards, on the floor. Pembroke has been winning all the hustle battles.
Absolutely, and that's the thing that Pembroke stresses. I remember it when I had to play Pembroke way back in the day, that Pembroke was arguably on our level of extra effort plays, diving on the floor, making the little things add up, and that's exactly what we're seeing right here from Coach Lopes and his team.
I like how you used way back in the day. It hasn't been that long, man.
I'm old now, dude.
Stevens back to Aruda. Aruda brings up the court for Marshfield. Stevens makes a move to the basket, and she gets the ball. Makes a move to the hoop, puts up the shot, and it falls. Molly Stevens gets a much-needed basket for Marshfield. DeRocha brings it up the court for the Titans. Being guarded by Elwood. Finds Marcella on the wing. Marcella gives that to Belasco. Now D'Angelo's got it down low. She finds Riley. Josie Elwood with the steal. She's going to go all the way to the hoop. Puts up the shot. Too much power on that one. Great defense there from DeRocha. Riley finds Belasco. Gets back to the middle. Kicks it to DeRocha. DeRocha makes a move to the hoop. Puts up the floater. Does not go. Almost hit the floater over Aruda. Elwood's got it now. Rushing things to the Rams. Finds Stella Ewell. Puts up the layup and no good. D'Angelo gets the rebound. Kicks it out to DeRocha, who's going to attack the basket once again. But rushes things, and Marshfield's going to get the ball right back. Aruda with the steal. Finds Stevens, who gives it to Elwood. Elwood's got it on the wing. Picks up her dribble. Slows things down for Marshfield. Finds Stevens in the corner. Stevens being guarded tightly by DeRocha, and that's going to be a foul on DeRocha.
Andrew, one thing I want to point out on the opposite end of the floor, Marshfield looks like their defense right now is not really a box and one. It's more of like a 1-3-1. Having Elwood at the top just managing everything on the perimeter, and they're having Molly Stevens just chase around Belasco right now. So Belasco has easily been the most effective player for Pembroke in this game, so it's an interesting set by Weisgerber, but it's been working so far.
Working so far. A couple great steals there on the defensive side for Marshfield. Elwood's got the ball up top. Gets to the middle, being guarded tightly by Belasco. Finds Aruda, who makes a move to the hoop, puts up the layup, and it goes. Marshfield with 2 quick layups, and now the Pembroke lead is cut to just 6.
Got to put up the right hand right there. Aruda, the lefty, doesn't use it much, but when she does, it's usually going in.
Alyssa Marcella puts up another 3. This one does not go. Too much power on it. Elwood's got the rebound, and she's bringing it up the floor. She finds Stevens on the wing. Stevens slows it down, finds Elwood at the top of the key. Marshfield slowing things down here. Finds Ewell inside, kicks it back out to McDougal. McDougal makes a move to the corner. Pulls up from 3. That one no good. Good fight there from Elwood, and that's going to be Marshfield ball. Great fight there from Josie Elwood to force McCullen to get the ball out of bounds.
Josie Elwood making her campaign for captain next year very early in this game. And McDougal, I'm pretty sure that's just her signature move right there, the right side sidestep into the corner.
Sidestep looked like Damian Lillard right there. Stevens got it on the inbound. Finds Elwood. Thought of pulling up the 3, but instead makes a move to the hoop. Puts up the layup, and it goes! Josie Elwood nails it, and now the Marshfield lead is just cut to 4.
Too strong right there, Andrew.
Now Pembroke working it around. Marcella puts up another 3. That one goes. Marcella with 2 threes in this half. She's 2 for 3 in the third quarter from 3.
Just an odd defensive set right there, Andrew. If you have a player on the other court committed to a college, you might want to put a hand up.
I agree with that. Elwood's going to pull up with a 3 of her own. That one no good. Great fight there from McDougal, and it's going to stay Marshfield ball. Marcella does not like the call.
That's the extra effort plays that Marshfield is known for making no matter what level you're playing at. So I expected nothing less from McDougal on that last one.
Stevens has the ball down low. Kicks it out to McDougal for 3. That shot up, no good. But Josie Elwood, the follow-up, puts up the shot, and that one's no good. Ewell puts it back up and in. Marshfield with another layup.
I think that was all part of McDougal's plan, just to set up Ewell right there.
Great play there from her. Now McCullen's got it, being guarded tightly by Elwood. Gresham's got it in the corner. Back to McCullen. Now Belasco's got it. That one goes to Marcella, who drives to the paint, puts up a layup. That one no good. Aruda with the rebound. McDougal looking to make a move towards the hoop. Does so and gets the foul call. She's going to the line for the first time in the game.
Marcella looking really frustrated right now. She's having a solid half, but she's been here for a while, so she doesn't care about stats as much. She just wants to win.
That foul call is going to be on Lexi Gresham. It's her second foul call of the day. McDougal unable to hit that one. Marshfield relatively good from the line today, but unable to hit that one right there. Caroline Robbins, the senior captain, checks in for the first time today, as does Michaela Lamb checks in once again. McDougal's second shot, unable to fall. So she misses both. Pembroke lead is still 5. DeRocha brings it up the floor for the Titans. Being guarded by Michaela Lamb. She finds McCullen on the wing. Being guarded tightly by Stevens. Great defense there from Stevens. McCullen has no answer. Stevens playing her tightly. She finds Marcella on the wing. Marcella cuts to the basket. Being double teams now. She finds DeRocha on the wing. DeRocha makes a move to her right. Finds D'Angelo. The shot. That one too hard. Now it's a fight on the floor, and Marcella comes away with it. So another offensive rebound for the Titans. Marcella, the spin move, cuts to the hoop and gets fouled. Marcella is going back to the line once again.
I mean, it's just veteran plays here from Marcella. She just continues to make the right play at the right time. Don't see a lot of mistakes.
Marcella has not shot well from the free throw line today, however. Despite her captainship on the floor, let's see if she can finally start hitting some free throws. That one unable to fall, so the free throw struggles continue for Marcella. And the defensive menace, Audrey Sears, checks in for Marshfield. Two minutes left in the third. The Pembroke lead is 5. 28-23 is the score. Second shot from Marcella is no good. Lamb gets the rebound, and now Sears is bringing it up the court for Marshfield. She finds Aruda, who makes a move to the hoop. That one's good. What a pass there from Audrey Sears.
That was electric right there, Andrew. That's just good, fast-paced basketball. It's what you love to see.
DeRocha gives that to the freshman, Riley, who makes a move to the hoop. And Molly Stevens comes in and forces the jump ball, and now Marshfield's got it back.
That's essentially a steal and a turnover right there for Pembroke. Great play from Molly Stevens. Heads-up play right there. At such a young age, making a play like that is very impressive, Andrew.
The beginning of the third quarter was all Pembroke, but since then, Marshfield has got the momentum back. A timeout will be taken, and Tyler, what have we seen in these last few minutes that have given Marshfield the momentum back?
Just incredible effort all around, Andrew, from every single player on the court and some of the players that are now over there on the bench. Marshfield, they were in a pretty big hole coming into this. They started off really slow, but that didn't faze them at all. They've just been making right play after right play. Coach Weisgerber has found ways to shut down Marcella, shut down DeRocha, shut down everyone on this Pembroke offense. They've done a great job at handling Velasco as well. But his team, they've just done such a great job on the offensive end at not trying to go so fast, trying to find the right shot. And when they need to go fast, they go fast, as we just saw in that fast break opportunity. Lamb was able to come up the sideline, and Aruda did such a great job. It's not common to see a big run the floor like that, but Aruda went from point A to point B in half a second and was able to get a nice and easy layup. So now Marshfield is in prime position, especially after a play like that from Molly Stevens. Just a heads-up play to force a turnover.
Marshfield has done a great job slowing it down on offense, and I agree with you. I think that is the most important adjustment that Marshfield has made in this game, is slowing it down, setting up the offense, and finding the right shots, because Marshfield was rushing everything in the first half, and the shots weren't falling. But if you take away the free throws in this game, Marshfield is absolutely winning this game. Marshfield has put up a tremendous effort against the Titans thus far. Marshfield has the opportunity to tie the game. Aruda's got it down low. Stevens is going to bring it up the court for the Rams. Pembroke having a half-court press here. DeRocha picks up Stevens at half-court, gives that to Sears, who finds Lamb, and Marcella knocks it out of bounds. Tyler, Pembroke half-court press here.
I don't know why Pembroke wasn't running that the whole time. That looked pretty effective. But, Andrew, if you're Marshfield here, I think you just want to go for it too. I don't think you want to go for the tie necessarily quite yet. You've been getting a lot of good buckets. You want to just continue that trend, build momentum.
Aruda's got it up top. She makes a move to the basket, finds Lamb beyond the arc. Now Aruda's got it in the paint. She makes a move towards the hoop, puts up the layup, unable to go. Fight for the boards, and Marcella comes away with it. Great fight there from Marcella for Pembroke. The behind-the-back move as she cuts to the hoop, kicks out to D'Angelo, who finds McCullen. McCullen to DeRocha, fakes the shot, and finds D'Angelo down low. Back out to Marcella, another three-point attempt. That one no good. Great fight there from DeRocha, but Aruda walks away with the rebound, and Stevens is going to bring it up the floor for Marshfield. Stevens gives it to Aruda up top. Now Sears has it. She's being guarded tightly by McCullen. Aruda finds Stevens, who puts up the layup, and it's good. The Pembroke lead has been cut to just one off of the layup from Molly Stevens.
Just incredible effort here from the Rams so far, Andrew, and now we got to see it back here on the defensive end.
Marcella has it on the wing, being guarded by Audrey Sears. Now D'Angelo has it. The pass is wide, and Marshfield gets the ball back for possibly the final possession of the third quarter.
That was beautiful communication right there from both Sears and Robbins right there to force a turnover. Robbins was able to just jump back in to help at the perfect timing, so Marcella wasn't able to catch that one.
Elwood and McDaniel check back in for the Rams, and it's Elwood who gets the ball, gives that to Sears, gives that to Lamb. The press break working here for the Rams. McDaniel's got it. She gives that back to Lamb, and now Marshall's going to slow it down. No, they're not. Lamb puts up the three. That one a little short, and the foul on Caroline Robbins over the back call.
Definitely not the play you want to make right there if you're Marshfield, Andrew. I'm surprised Coach Wise didn't tell them to slow down and take the last shot of the half. You have so much momentum rolling right now, and you want to try and use that to get that last shot and take it into the final quarter.
Well, now you wonder if Pembroke is going to do the same thing. They have 15 seconds left to play. DeRocha's got it at the top of the key. She's being guarded by Lamb. She gives that one off to Marcella. Marcella drives to the hoop, puts up the shot, gets fouled. The shot does not fall. Marcella goes back to the line.
That's just what veteran players do. I've been saying it again, and I'll keep saying it just because it's the truth. Marcella understood the assignment. She saw that she had the lane, and she knows Marshfield has been very heavy at fouling, especially when she goes to the rim, so she just took advantage of the opportunity.
Although Marcella calls Pembroke home, I believe she calls the free throw line her second home because she's been there countless times tonight as that first free throw shot falls for her.
The free throw line could just be her Marshfield beach house. Who knows?
Might as well be. Marshfield, with 5 seconds on the clock, they absolutely have a shot to put up a shot with 5 seconds left to play. Marcella, the second shot. It does not fall. Elwood's got it. She finds Lamb, and Lamb unable to catch it, and that is going to do it for the third quarter. Pembroke up 2 heading into the fourth. Marshfield wins the third quarter. Tyler, heading into the fourth, who do you believe has the momentum here?
I really do think it's Marshfield, even though that was just an unfortunate turn of events on those last couple of possessions. Marshfield did such a good job of storming back right there. I believe they were down by as much as 15 at one point, and they just rallied. They did not put their head down. They kept fighting, and now we have a 2-point game.
2-point game, fourth quarter set to be good. Don't go anywhere. We're going to send you to a quick word from our sponsors.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions.
Biviano General Contracting.
Road to responsibility.
Fourth quarter set to begin here in the Robert E. Keuther Gymnasium. Alongside Tyler Pinheiro, I'm Andrew Youngworth. Tyler, we've got a tight one. Pembroke is up 2.
This has just been such a dogfight so far, Andrew, and it's a game you really love to see against two teams trying to prove a lot.
DeRocha's got it up top to start the quarter for Pembroke. She gives that one to D'Angelo down low, puts up the shot, and she gets fouled. D'Angelo has had her way with the free throw line today, and she's going to go right back to it.
I mean, D'Angelo, points are points at the end of the day, whether it's a layup, a three, or free throws. And free throws, sometimes they're just the way.
Let's see if D'Angelo is still feeling it from the free throw line. That first one falls, and that makes it 30-27. Tyler, that is Lauren McDaniel's 3rd foul. She's got to be careful with her foul count here. So we still have a whole quarter left to play.
Yeah, she's a very big piece of this team when it comes to defense and rebounding. She'd be a big loss if she fouls out.
Both shots fall for D'Angelo, so she hasn't missed a beat from the line. That pass almost gets by Elwood, but she's going to bring it up the court. Guarded full court by Lucy Belasco. Elwood finds Stella Ewell, and that pass gets by her, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. Tyler, mental mistakes you can't see in the fourth quarter.
That's just a really bad mental mistake right there, Andrew. That's inexcusable if you ask me. You can't be doing that in a game like this.
Belasco's got it on the inbound. DeRocha's going to bring it up the court for Pembroke. Being guarded by Elwood. Gives that to Marcella on the wing. Guarded tightly by Ewell, and they're going to call Ewell on the foul there.
Really not good right now, Andrew. That's two very quick fouls, and those could come into serious play towards the end of this game, because all you need to get in the bonus is 5. It switches every quarter.
Well, Pembroke is already 40% there, and we're just 30 seconds into the quarter, so that could become a problem. Carolina Ruda checks back into the game for the Rams as DeRocha brings this one up the floor. Kicks that one out to Belasco, who's got it on the wing, being guarded really tightly by Stevens. She finds Marcella in the paint, puts up the layup. That one doesn't go. Ewell gets the rebound. She's going to bring it up the court. Rushes a pass to Aruda, who's got it at the top of the key. Finds Elwood. Fakes the pass. Puts up the 3. Does not go. Belasco's got the rebound. She finds Marcella. Marcella makes a move towards the hoop. Passes it to D'Angelo, who puts it in. Pembroke now up 33-27. First minute of play in the fourth quarter did not go Marshfield's way as Pembroke brought their lead from 2 to 6 in just a minute.
Yeah, a run like that is not something you want if you're Marshfield. That's really inexcusable. I was talking about inexcusable earlier on the backcourt. That is inexcusable. You built yourself so much momentum coming into this fourth quarter, and it's all pretty much gone now.
A lot of simple mistakes here from Marshfield. Something as simple as Carolina Ruda, who Pembroke thought traveled on that last possession, followed by a not very good shot selection, simple turnovers in this minute of play. Marshfield just has to slow it down like we were saying in the third quarter. And I think once they slow it down, their offense will be feeling it again because they've been rushing everything in this first minute of the fourth quarter. Marshfield is not – I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, like you were saying, you have to ease back if you're Marshfield. That's what was working for them in the third quarter so well, is they were letting the play set up for them. They weren't trying to do so much. They were seeing what Pembroke's mistakes were going to be, and they were taking advantage of those mistakes. Now Marshfield was the only one committing those mistakes.
In recent years, Pembroke has had their way with Marshfield, not only beating them 3 years straight, beating them pretty handily 3 years straight. So we haven't seen the scoreboard look like this in quite some time. So Marshfield has to keep up their momentum and keep this game close. 6:58 left to play. 33-27 is the score in favor of the Titans. Marshfield has possession. They have the opportunity to cut the lead. It's going to be Molly Stevens who's going to bring it up the floor, and Pembroke is showing signs of press. Stevens with it, being guarded by DeRocha. Gives that to Aruda. Aruda picks up her dribble at the top of the key, and that one's stolen by D'Angelo. Another costly turnover there for the Rams. Marcella kicks that one out to Riley, who nails the shot. That one only worth 2, so Pembroke's lead is now 8. Stevens being guarded tightly by DeRocha, finds Aruda, back to Stevens. They got to get it across the floor, and they're able to do so. Aruda's got it at the top of the key. D'Angelo thought she got away with it, but the refs are going to call her on the foul there on the reach.
Really unfortunate for D'Angelo. She's just trying to build as much momentum as she can for her team and try to get this lead back up to double digits after that little slip we saw at the end of the third quarter.
So more mental mistakes from the Rams here. The Pembroke lead is now 8. Sears has it at the top of the key. Marcella almost comes away with a steal there, unable to do so. Ewell has it in the corner, and she finds Lamb. Good pass, but it slips through Lamb's hand, and that's going to be a steal for the Titans. DeRocha going to the rack. That layup unable to fall, but Riley is able to get it, puts up the shot. Possession is going to stay on Marshfield's side.
I mean, that's really good effort from Carolina Ruda because she doesn't even have to block the shot. It's just her presence in the paint can just mess with an offensive player so much.
Marcella's got it at the top of the key. She's being double teamed. Now Belasco's got it. Marshfield back in their zone. And the pass a little high, and Marcella steps out of bounds. Marshfield, a lucky break there as Pembroke finally gets one of their costly turnovers to fall.
Yeah, you got the lucky break there on the turnover, but that turnover doesn't matter unless you do something off of it. We've seen Pembroke done a really good job at converting off turnovers tonight, but Marshfield, not so much.
Molly Stevens puts up the mid-range shot. That one unable to fall. A fight in the corner for the board between Sears and Belasco, and it's going to be a jump ball, and that's going to stay Marshfield possession.
Never mind.
Sears has been fighting all game. Sears has been ferocious.
Sears been really good, off the bench type of player, looking like a Peyton Pritchard-esque role, but she's making the most of it, making key play after key play.
Speaking of Sears, it's going to be her on the inbound. Someone needs to get open here for the Rams. This might be a 5-second. She's able to find Ewell at the top of the key. Ewell being guarded tightly, makes a move and gets fouled. And just like that, Pembroke has evened out the foul count. Both teams are at 2.
Now this is where it gets really interesting, Andrew. Marshfield given several chances right now in this possession to get a score. I feel like a basket is pretty necessary if you want to stay in this game on this possession.
5:45 left to play. A basket is much needed here for Marshfield. Sears has it on the inbound, gives that to Aruda. Aruda makes a move to her left, cuts to the hoop, puts up the shot. That one a little too much power. Riley with the rebound. She makes the move up the court, gives that to Belasco. Kicks it out to Marcella for 3. That one falls. Marcella hits a huge 3 for Pembroke, and the lead is now 11. Aruda's got it. She's going to make a move up the court. She's got it at the top of the key. The screen from Ewell. Aruda makes a move to the hoop. The pass to Stevens, who bobbles it. Stevens still puts up the shot, unable to fall. Gets her own rebound, puts up another shot. Gets the foul. Stevens is going to go to the line. Tyler, that 3 from Marcella, not exactly the dagger, but that is a brutal blow for Marshfield.
That's just cold-blooded, and that's what big-time players do. Big-time players hit the biggest shots in the biggest game. This was a close one. Marcella said not anymore.
The lead now 11, 38-27 is the score with 5:12 left to play. First free throw from Stevens. Rolls out. Unfortunate bounce there from Marshfield. This is where free throws come in clutch. Need to tack on points whenever you can. Odette and D'Angelo check back in for the Titans. They try to get Riley to check back in, unable to do so. Stevens' second shot is good, and they cut the lead to 10. Now Ella Riley is going to check in for the Titans. 5:12 left to play, 38-28 the score here. Tyler, the clock's ticking. Marshall's got to start and get some baskets and limit those threes from Marcella. Marcella's had 3 threes in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot going on with the clock down here. I don't think they added Stevens' free throws to the scoreboard. Substitutions are all over the place, so there's just a lot to unpack right now. But yeah, like you were saying, Marshall, they need to start stringing together some buckets because time is winding down. Time only winds down, Andrew, unfortunately. So Marshall, you got to bring back some of that magic I guess they had in that third quarter on the defensive end and just start making those plays on offense, getting more buckets.
A lot of confusion on the court here. Hopefully that was able to slow down Marshfield. And now we're going to get a timeout here, Tyler.
So I don't believe Stevens went over at the line, right?
No, she hit the second one, and on the scoreboard here, they have not tallied that second free
throw. And they still haven't added it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
There we go. So 38-28 is your score. 5 minutes left to play. Tyler, it's crunch time for the Rams. They got to start hitting some shots.
Yeah, there ain't much else to it, Andrew. You just got to start putting the ball in the basket, essentially. And I think now might be the time where you have to start running some of your three-point plays. I know at Fisher we had a lot of them. We had some elevator screens. We had some multiple screen plays to get open shots in the corner, top of the key, maybe some on the wing. If you're Weisgerber, if you have any of those in your back pocket right now, this is the time you want to pull them out. Get your shooters on the court. You want to put like Elwood, McDougal out there, people that can hit big shots when you need them.
And on the defensive side for the Rams, do we see man for the rest of the game? Because the 2-3 zone in the second half has clearly proved to not work well for shooters like Marcella on the court.
I think you have to go back to that box and one that they were running earlier or whatever that was. Have 4 people play in different zones of the court and then have 1 chaser. And I would put that chaser probably on Marcella now, even though Velasco has been having a really good game. Marcella has been killer down the stretch. So I would put that chaser on her and make sure she doesn't touch the ball.
Velasco is definitely the name of the first half, but in recent time, it's been Alyssa Marcella who's been nailing threes. Marshfield definitely has to look out for her, and future schools are going to have to look out for her at Endicott.
Absolutely. Endicott got a baller.
They sure have. 5:12 left to play. The Pembroke lead is 10. The freshman, Ella Riley, with it. She gives that one back to Velasco, who brings it up the court unguarded by Marshfield. Marshfield tried to press, but that did not work very well. Odette's got it up top. She hands that one off to McCullen. Back to Odette, who's got it on the wing. She's being guarded by Aruda. Now Marcella's got it. Bobbles the pass a bit. It's going to stay Pembroke possession. That press there from Marshfield, unable to work as Velasco brought the court up without a white jersey in sight. McCullen's got it on the inbound. That one goes to Marcella, shoots the mid-range. That one falls. Marcella is feeling it right now, and the lead is now up to 12 for Pembroke. Aruda bringing it up the floor. The screen from Stevens. Aruda makes a move to the basket, puts up the layup, gets the foul. The shot does not fall. Aruda at the line shooting 2.
That's really unfortunate right there, Andrew. That's an and one that you need to fall into the basket right here, because the free throw, given she made the and one, the free throw would have made this back to single digits, and that would have been key for a moment like this.
Would have been a huge momentum boost as well. The first shot bounces in. Aruda continuing to succeed at the line today for the Rams. Marshfield's going to look to implement the press after this, assuming she makes the shot, which she does. Let's see how the press goes this time. Velasco's got it on the inbound. She gives that one to Marcella, who gives it back to Velasco. And once again, Velasco unguarded as she brings it up the court. And she makes a move to the hoop, puts up the layup, hits the side of the backboard. But Pembroke, another offensive rebound. That's Ella Riley. Now Odette's got it. Hands that one off to McCullen at the top of the key. Back to Odette. She's got it on the wing. Looking for a pass, unable to find one. She makes a move to the hoop and kicks that one out to McCullen. McCullen's got it at the top of the key. Great defense there from Stevens. Suffocating defense. She finds Velasco, who's got it at the top of the key, who kicks that one out to Odette. Shoots the 3. That one far. And the rebound there from Ewell. Marshfield, a much-needed rebound. Stevens kicks it to McDougal, who makes a move to the hoop. And McDougal double dribbles. Another mental mistake here from Marshfield.
Very unfortunate. McDougal, she's had a really rough game so far. Struggled a lot against Hingham the other night as well. So she's a player that you definitely don't want to see get into a struggle, and you really hope she can build some confidence up in these last 4 minutes.
Velasco going to bring this one up once again, uncontested. Michaela Lamb guarding her right now. That one goes to McCullen, who brings it up to the top of the key. Now Riley's got it on the wing. Looking for Marcella down low, and they do get it to Marcella. Marcella makes a move to the basket. The foul comes beforehand. That's Marshfield's 4th foul of the quarter. One more foul, and they got the bonus.
Looking like the clock is looking like the scoreboard's saying 5. So it was the 5. That 5's on Pembroke, isn't it?
It is. So right now Marshfield is in the bonus. Pembroke is 1 foul away from getting in the bonus. Now McCullen has it down low. She finds Riley at the top of the key. Kicks it to Marcella. Finds McCullen. And McCullen's going to bring it back out. Pembroke wasting time on the clock. Velasco's got it. Guarded by Lamb. Finds Riley. Riley guarded by McDougal up top. Now Odette's got it. Odette makes a move to the hoop. That one's stolen by McDougal. McDougal finds Ewell, who's going to make a move to the basket. Puts up the layup, and it falls. Stella Ewell hits the layup, and now it's 40-32 Pembroke with 3 minutes left to play.
Coach Weisgerber looked like he sprinted for that timeout, and there's McDougal getting some of that confidence back right there quickly. She must have heard me from up here. She's been so good on the defensive end all tonight, and when it's not clicking on offense, that's all you can do is make up for it on the defensive end. Got the steal and threw a beautiful pass to Stella Ewell, and Ewell able to finish that one through a little bit of contact, and now we're back to a single-digit game.
Weisgerber calls a much-needed timeout. Just an 8-point deficit with 3 minutes, more than attainable. And that points off turnovers right there from Marshfield was huge, something they needed if they wanted to stay in this game. But how about Alyssa Marcella? She just keeps trying to put the Rams to bed, hitting threes, mid-ranges, all sorts of shots.
I mean, she's a dog, plain and simple. We knew this coming into the game. We knew that she was definitely at the top of that scouting report. Like, shut her down, and we have a chance. Did it in the first half. Have not done it at all in the second half, especially here in this fourth quarter. She's been absolutely killer, and it's very clear to see why Endicott wanted her.
And that has been Pembroke's whole game plan in the fourth quarter. You look at every Pembroke offensive possession. Marcella's been in the paint. They've been trying to feed her the ball. Marshfield has caught on to it, though. No other Pembroke players are really able to do much when cutting to the hoop. Marshfield able to take advantage of that, force these turnovers. They just got to do that a couple more times, and they can be right back in this game.
Very easily, Andrew. So I'm curious now what's going on in the huddle with Coach Weisgerber. I'm really curious as to what the defensive setting is going to be. If I'm the coach, like I said, I would run that box and one again because that seemed to work really well. And if you can put your best defender, maybe like a Sears or a McDougal, on Marcella and have everyone else play their spot in that zone, I feel like you have a chance to go get yourself some easy buckets.
Absolutely. Stevens has also been playing ferocious defense. Velasco's got it down low. Now it's Michaela Lamb who's going to get back on the press.
Stevens and playing defense, that's just in the family.
McDougal almost gets the steal, but now Riley's going to push it down the court. The tip there from Stevens. Pembroke maintains possession, but great defense there from Molly Stevens.
Like you said, Molly Stevens been playing good defense, and I think that's just in the Stevens name. I remember way back in the day when Jack Stevens won Defensive Player at Swish Camp, and every Stevens since then has just been a monster on defense, whether it's football or basketball.
Michaela Lamb able to get the steal, but Pembroke maintains possession. DeRocha's got it up top. Now Marcella's got it on the wing. Pembroke taking their sweet time, killing time off the clock. Riley's got it on the top of the key, guarded by McDougal. Great defense from McDougal. Now DeRocha's got it, guarded tightly by Stevens. DeRocha makes a move to the hoop, puts up the layup, unable to go, but D'Angelo gets the rebound, and D'Angelo once again back at the line.
Very unfortunate play there from Marshall. Ewell did all she could. She played that so perfectly. Just drew a little too much body contact on that one. Didn't bring her arms down at all. She jumped straight up. She was just a little in too deep.
And that's going to be Stella Ewell's fourth foul as we see Josie Elwood set to check in. I believe she is going to take out Ewell. No, she's not. She's going to take out Lamb. Ewell with 4 fouls. Is she going to go out? No, she's going to stay in. But Stella Ewell with 4 fouls. She's got to be careful here in these final 2 minutes. One more foul and she's gone.
Yeah, she came into the quarter with just 1, and she's picked up 3 real quick in this fourth quarter.
D'Angelo's second free throw falls. D'Angelo, I don't believe, has missed a free throw shot today. She has been outstanding from the line. Aruda brings it up for the Rams. Now Stevens has it at the top of the key. Finds McDougal, who gives it to Ewell. Stevens has it, puts up the 3, just short. And Pembroke gets the rebound. Riley brings it up the court for the Titans. Spin move. And now the steal from Ewell. Pembroke rushed it. Elwood's got it, bringing it up the court, finds McDougal. She's got it in the corner, she's being double teamed. Pembroke forces the steal. And now Belasco's got it, she's making a move towards the hoop. She brings it back out, smart move there from Belasco to waste time, but Marcella's gonna bring it back in. And now DeRocha's got it at the top of the key. Smart move there from Belasco to bring it back out. And the foul there from Molly Stevens. And now Pembroke is gonna be shooting at the line.
If that wasn't the fifth foul, that's a smart foul to give right there. Just make Pembroke reset. But like you were saying, yeah, good play there from Pembroke to just reset it outside. They did not need to rush at all. They just need to get back, run some clock down, get a good play, get a bucket, and then they can slowly but surely end this game and walk away with a W.
The smart thinking from the sophomore is able to set up DeRocha, who nails the first free throw. DeRocha, we have not seen much on the score sheet today, but she has done an amazing job slowing down the tempo for Pembroke's offense and rushing up the tempo for Marshfield's offense. DeRocha is a key player for this team. That's why she's playing college ball. Second shot from DeRocha falls. She nails them both, and the lead is now 12 with just 1:50 left to play. Elwood brings it up the floor for the Rams. Finds Stevens, who's guarded tightly by DeRocha. Picks up her dribble. Finds Ewell. Looking to give it back to Stevens. She's able to on the handoff. Stevens puts up the three. It goes. Molly Stevens nails the three. And now the Pembroke lead is cut to just 9. Marshfield's going to take a timeout here. 1.5 minutes left to go. Marshfield needs to overcome a 9-point deficit.
Hey, I've seen stranger things in a basketball game, Andrew. I've seen Tracy McGrady score 13 points in 35 seconds, so anything can happen. 9 points, that's just 3 3-pointers. And Molly Stevens just hit one, so that might be a really good sign of confidence for her. Hadn't really made a lot of shots today, but seeing one go in this late in the game is only a good sign with 90 seconds to play.
Molly Stevens hasn't attempted many shots from beyond the arc this game, and I feel like she should. She is a very good three-point shooter, as we just saw right there. She nailed that three. 9-point lead left to play. 9-point lead for Pembroke, excuse me. You got to imagine Marshfield tries a couple more threes from Stevens and Elwood.
Yeah, and that screenplay works, just the high post handoff and then screening the defender while you run the handoff. That's always a good way to get open, and I think Marshfield can do some serious damage off of it if they keep going in that direction. And
Marshfield's got to try Marshfield has to try to force some steals off of that press they're running. They have not been able to force one thus far. The press usually ends up with Lucy Belasco dribbling it up the court with no Marshfield players in sight. That press has to be a little more tight on the Marshfield end if they want to force some turnovers, because Pembroke can dribble this game out if they choose to.
Yeah, that's where you might want to go to like a zone press maybe, so you can clog up more gaps and maybe get some double teams in there and just make those passing lanes a lot harder to find.
Marshfield may also need to foul the right players. Alyssa Marcella has not been great from the line tonight, whereas Faye D'Angelo, I don't believe, has missed a free throw shot. So Marshfield has to make sure they're fouling the right players on the Pembroke side, because some of them can really hit their free throws.
Absolutely. That's like pulling a hack-a-shack right there. Just wait till they throw the ball to the right person and just immediately go calm.
It's Belasco who's got it down low. And this time, all 5 Marshfield players are now on the... Oh, what a great throw from Belasco to McCullen. Puts up the layup, gets blocked from behind by Elwood. Looks kind of like LeBron James' block in Game 7.
Good hustle
right off the backboard.
Good hustle there from Josie Elwood. And yeah, pretty much the same thing if you ask me.
Now Belasco's got it underneath. Great pass there on the previous inbound. That one goes to Marcella. Now DeRocha's got it. Or no, excuse me. Now DeRocha's got it, being guarded tightly by Stevens. Marcella has it on the wing. She dribbles up to the top of the key, gives that to Belasco. Back to Marcella, and the steal from Ewell. Great play there from Stella Ewell. Josie Elwood finds Michaela Lamb, who puts up the three. Just misses. Marshfield needed that one, and they fouled DeRocha. Tyler, that three seemed like it was almost needed. Like it was like Marshfield needed that if they wanted to win this game.
That three felt like one of those threes when the Celtics are on a run and they're just making them at the right moment. Really thought that one was going in, and I think Stella Ewell just fouled out.
Stella Ewell has fouled out, and that brings in Riley Chesna, the freshman, getting some late minutes in the game.
That's a really big loss there.
DeRocha misses the first one. .104 left to play. Pembroke up 44-35. Sophie DeRocha, her second free throw is no good. She misses them both. And Chesna, the freshman, gets the rebound. She pushes the tempo for the Rams. Gives it to Stevens, who has it in the wing. Looking to create space for a shot. She drives to the hoop, puts up the shot, and gets the foul. Molly Stevens. Great move right there from the sophomore.
She's an absolute bulldozer, Andrew. If she wants to get to the rim, she's going to get to the rim whether you foul her or not.
54 left to play. Pembroke up 9. Stevens, some big free throws here for the sophomore. You see Weisgerber talking to Lamb and Chesna. First free throw falls for Stevens. You'll have to see these clutch shots from just a sophomore, Tyler. She hit the 3 earlier, and now she hit the first free throw.
Yeah, but it's good to see this much maturity from such a young player.
Stevens' second shot falls. She hits them both, and the lead is cut to 7. Now Marshfield putting on the press. Belasco's got it. She gives it to Marcella, who gives it back to Belasco. And the foul there from Stevens. So Belasco going to go to the line for, I think, the first time tonight. I don't believe Belasco has made it to the line thus far.
She's just been so effective at so many places, and something to watch. That was Molly Stevens' 4th, so she's got to be careful now. She's been a very key contributor here at the end of the 4th.
Marshfield getting into foul trouble. Those first half fouls are catching up as Belasco misses that free throw. Those first half fouls, Tyler, are catching up to them now. Ewell fouls out. Stevens 1 foul away from fouling out. Belasco's second free throw is good. The Pembroke lead is 8 with 50 seconds left to play. A little argument about who's going to get the ball there, but it's going to be Stevens who brings up the court. She gives that to Elwood. Elwood finds Aruda in the paint. Aruda makes a move towards the basket, puts up the shot, and it goes. The lead has been cut to 6 with just 30 seconds left. The inbound from Belasco, and the foul on Alyssa Marcella. A smart foul there from Riley Chesna, sending Marcella to the line.
It's a good makeup play by Chesna right there, because if you ask me, that was just a really immature play trying to take the ball from Josie Elwood, who you know is the point guard. But they know Marcella hasn't been great at the line. But Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe on a made basket, the clock is not supposed to run if it's this close of a game.
It is not, no.
So I don't know why the clock ran.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that one either. Marcella hits the first free throw. She struggled at the line tonight, but she's able to hit that first one. That extends the lead to 7 with just 34 left to play. Marcella's second one misses, so the lead is 7 with 30 seconds left to play. Lamb has it. Now it's Aruda at the top of the key. Aruda looking to dish it to Molly Stevens, and she does. Stevens has it in the paint, puts up the shot, and it's good. The Pembroke lead has been cut to just 5 with 20 seconds left to play. The clock is ticking. Marcella's got it. Chesna's guarding her, and she calls the foul. Tyler, a lot of time just ticked off from that basket. 15 seconds left to play. The lead is still 5.
I'm really not sure why Weisgerber's not calling a timeout right now. Is he out of them? He must be out of timeouts. That's the only explanation I can think of.
Weisgerber may be out of timeouts. And Riley Chesna, that's her 3rd foul, so she has a couple fouls left to give. Marcella back at the line. The lead, just 5. These are big free throws here from the senior captain. And the first one falls.
The Marshfield bench has a lot of confidence in their girls right now.
And that make right there is a big one, because
wanna,
that makes it a 3-possession game.
Never mind. I was going to say you don't want to throw her in right when you want to roll it as much, but I guess not. You got to start firing away here, Andrew.
Marshfield needs to put up a shot. Chesna's got the ball, and she falls. And they're going to call a block on Pembroke, but with 3 seconds left to play, Marshfield is unable to pull out the win here tonight. But a great effort nonetheless from the Rams.
Hey, there's still 3 seconds left, Andrew. So much can happen in just these little 3 seconds.
That is true. However, it does look like Marshfield is going to fall to 0-3 on the season as Chesna makes the first free throw. That makes it 48-42. Pembroke is going to advance to 2-1 on the season. Marshfield handled a gauntlet of a schedule to start the year with Hingham, North Quincy, and Pembroke. Chesna misses the second one. Pembroke gets the offensive rebound, and the clock is going to run out. Pembroke takes it here in Marshfield with a score of 48-42. Great fight from the Rams, but overall, Pembroke's skill is just too much for the Rams to handle.
Yeah, Andrew, very unfortunate. Marshfield, we saw so many signs of them starting to come back, but they just couldn't connect it all together at the same time. Too many times that we just saw an unbelievable run by Pembroke where they would score 10 straight points and then just dig Marshfield's hole right back and ruin all their progress. So I do think this was a good game for Marshfield. I think they played really well, certainly a lot better than their first 2 games. But I think this is a game you can still improve upon. Like, obviously you didn't come out with the win. You're 0-3 to start the season. That's never good. But you can take this into practice, be like, hey, Pembroke, they beat one of the teams we lost to, and they lost one of the teams we lost to. And we just played one heck of a game against them. So I still think Marshfield's season's obviously not over yet. They can still string along some wins, and I definitely think they're going to do so in the coming weeks in practice. And I think they're going to go into the Christmas break, enjoy the holiday, and come back really strong and maybe put some wins on the board.
Despite the loss, it was definitely a promising one for Marshfield. A lot of games left to play on the campaign for them. But that is all the time we have here at the Robert E. Keuther Gymnasium. Alongside Tyler Pinheiro, I'm Andrew Youngworth. Thanks for tuning in. Have a happy holidays, and we'll see you next time.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. A small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Crossing the 50, 40, he's got 2 men to beat, no one's gonna catch.
Kick is up, and it is score!
For three. Got it!
With the shot, lights out, good night, goodbye,
And that's it! Marshfield wins! It's a great serve.
another one, drop, and the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is
Score! And it's